Okay, what about now? Is it working? I think it's working now. Probably needs a new link though. Link though. Oh no, maybe it doesn't need a new link. Link though. Oh no, maybe it doesn't need a new link. I think it's good. Hey! What's up, Warlock? Miguel? Hello. Okay, let me share a link to Instagram and then we'll be all good. I don't know what was happening at first, because it said it was receiving the stream, but it just like wasn't live for some reason. This never happened to me before, but it's working now. Oops, wrong thing. Okay. Alright, let's play. You're doing work for your internship. Is that in computer software? Programming and stuff? How am I since 20 minutes ago? I mean, a lot has changed. You would not believe all the many things that I have experienced in the last 20 minutes. Basically, nothing. But thanks for asking. Yeah, I'm doing good. I originally wasn't sure if I was even going to stream, and then I decided, yeah, I feel like it. I think Labs just need to ask me about the game. No, Vito, and please do not advertise your services in my chat. Alright. Okay. So, I remember it's actually pretty easy to dodge most of his attacks, it seems. I can just learn the ones that aren't. The one thing that scares me the most about this boss fight is like how many health bars he will have, because I know his species just like regenerates. And I know after we take down the first health bar, there's another one, but I don't know how many more times that's gonna happen. Okay, and I can actually block or parry some stuff. There's gonna be a lot of like test runs at first. It's gonna take a bit to learn his moves and all that. A web app in Python. Okay, wait. So is that like an app that's like in browser or something? Because I really don't know much about programming. I took like one web scripting class in high school, but it's been a while. Hey man, I mean, you gotta charge something for your services. $10 would be a reasonable price if like I was a larger channel that got more views. And if I didn't have my own Photoshop and like design skills, you know, I could see someone hiring someone for that if they had a larger audience and if they didn't know how to design thumbnails, and if that would help them get like more views than they're already getting. In browser? Okay. Is it kind of like, is it sort of like plugins? Oh, oops, wrong thing. Okay, to be fair, Oh god. What is he doing? Okay. To be fair, I haven't played this since Friday.
I'm hit.
Alright. I gotta, like, get back in the groove of things.
No more Jedi.
Okay. If I could, like, figure out how to parry him, I mean, that always makes anyone easier. Okay. So that one, I have to back away from him. One thing that's different from software games is, in those games you have iframes, which are frames of your dodge animation where you're invincible to damage. So no matter where you dodge, as long as you time it right, you won't take the damage. You can just go through the attack. But I'm pretty sure that's not the case in this. So if the attack is like unblockable, it doesn't matter how you time your dodge, you need to dodge like out of the way. Nice.
Help BD.
Seems like it's gonna be hard to parry because his... Ooh, I just did it. But because of his timings. Also, he doesn't seem like a boss where you take down his posture meter. Because he has so much that seems pretty much not possible. Alright, get your thing, pal. I forgot what I was saying. It's hard to concentrate on this end. Talk. Okay, this first phase is actually like not that hard though.
Need a stim.
I just don't know it that well, so I'm like using up all my stims on it. Oh, nice. You're actually using the same thing that's used for Netflix browser, not really plugins. Oh, like the Netflix app?
Oh, come on.
So I know Netflix, on certain browsers, it can't stream in 1080p. Like on Chrome it can't, but it can on Edge. So I use Edge for Netflix.
I won't disappoint you then.
Okay, I will be skipping that cutscene most of these times, but it's, you know, it's been a few days, so gotta remember what's happening.
It's more potent than any blaster. Surpassed my well.
So I don't know if you were there when I chose the Pink Blade Warlock, but it sounds so cool. That's the main reason why I picked it. It might be hard to hear it here on stream. But yeah, it's pretty sick. You use Firefox? I use Chrome for like everything except for Netflix, and Apple TV Plus might be that way too. I don't know, honestly. Okay. Yes. Yeah, it is, I really like the detail that they made the different colors sound different too.
Your strength, Jedi. Glorious battle.
This might actually be really good for him. Oh, and I can like parry his other attacks that way.
Take more than that.
BD, stim.
Hail before death.
How canon is pink? I'm pretty sure there's some characters in the High Republic books with pink. Yeah. Like Vernestra Rowe. Or is she purple? I think she's pink. She has a pink whip lightsaber and that's canon, so I'm pretty sure almost any kind of lightsaber could be canon. More than orange? Wait, what do you mean more than orange? Oh, like, well, yeah, they're actually, orange is a rare lightsaber color. In a Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon book, there is like counterfeit kyber crystals that when Obi-Wan puts one in his lightsaber, it turns it orange, but it like doesn't cut right. It doesn't function like a lightsaber would. And then it looks like the villains of the Ahsoka series have orange lightsabers, or like orange-red.
Such is the fate of all.
Yes. It is interesting. But no, there's like yellow / gold in a few different instances, like the Jedi Temple Guards, some of the High Republic characters, and Rey. Yeah, not much orange. Wrong thing. Right.
Come at me again.
Oof. He can hit me from across the arena. Oh, did I almost damage him with his own thing?
Your life is forfeit. Glorious battle.
Okay, he wasn't even hitting me.
A warrior. No defense can stop me. Fight back.
You can sneak in a few hits there if you time it right.
Kill.
Okay, I feel like I'm learning his moveset better. Go back to cross guard. Dual wield is a lot of fun still though. Green, blue, red, purple, yellow, white, and dark saber. Yeah, I think in canon there's pretty much every color. Except like, there isn't like brown, but really brown is just a darker orange and red. There aren't darker like other colors either, because, well, I mean, except black for the dark saber, because they're lightsabers, so, I mean, you know.
Take more than that. Don't disappoint me. Relax. This is a fine.
But
Yes, more. And you endure. I will have you.
Ow.
stim, BD.
Okay. Wait, hold on. I actually wanted to read chat. Personally, you find it cool that not every color can be achieved with a kyber crystal and that the colors all have meanings. Honestly, I don't think the colors do all have meanings in canon. Like, I think the only ones that have canon meanings are red and white. Because, like, red is bleeding a crystal and white is, like, unbleeding it, basically, is purifying it. Other than that, I'm pretty sure that, like, the Jedi doesn't choose the color. The kyber crystal, like, just chooses it for them. But I don't know, like, why. Or if there even should be a reason why, you know? That's how I feel. Oh, okay, he has like a completely different moveset in this phase.
Hit me.
Oh my god.
You showed me true. It is time. Take more than that. I shall break.
What?
Did you feed the cats?
No.
Smudge's food was out. The container?
Oh, I didn't get it out.
You want to go get it? Did I
I don't know.
So you didn't feed them?
No.
Okay, and we have another situation that you'll have to take care of pretty soon.
Okay, well I'm live streaming right now. It's nice that you can pause this game, unlike most software.
Get this coming, Jedi. More.
It's risky to try to get in more than one hit at a time. With the crossguard, at least. I don't think that's canon, though, Warlock. Maybe that was canon in Legends. In Legends, there's explanations for, like, a whole bunch of stuff. Like, even stuff that I think doesn't even need explanations. I could see how the crystal would choose the color based on their personality. That would kind of make sense to me, but also it's like, okay, so that means like Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Plo Koon all have the type of personality that would correspond to blue, like, and Dooku, and then like, I mean, Yoda, Qui-Gon, who else is green? Luminara, Ahsoka, all have a different type of personality that would correspond to green, and I just don't see that really being the case, you know?
I need something, buddy.
Like in Legends, R5D4, you probably know who that is, but just because the droid that breaks when Luke and Uncle Owen are buying R2, and then later is owned by Din Djarin. In Legends, R5D4 is literally force sensitive and purposefully malfunctioned so that Luke would get R2. I think that's pretty dumb. For like a droid, I mean, like, yeah, the force connects all things, but a droid being, you know, a non like living being having the force is just like, it's too weird. I don't think it works.
Get this coming, Jedi.
Stim, down.
Come at me again.
Oops. I think I dodged like the wrong way.
Up here.
The burn of a saber.
I messed up a lot that time. Yeah. There's a lot of other weird things in Legends. Like, I think Palpatine doesn't just come back once, but he comes back, like, multiple times. Well, okay, but isn't Yoda also a proficient duelist? And he has a green lightsaber? And also, wait. Maybe the Jedi can change their lightsaber color to some degree. Or, Okay, because I'm just thinking about how Anakin changes Ahsoka's sabers to be blue when he gives them back to her for the Siege of Mandalore. But maybe the Kyber crystal's like bonded to Anakin, and that's why they turn blue since his Kyber crystal is blue or something. There's no explanation for how it works that Anakin turned them blue. It's just he just did it because blue's his color, and it was just his way to say welcome back to Ahsoka, but yeah.
Warrior. Go now, Jedi.
Broke my guard, so I couldn't dodge that. Oops. Yeah, I mean, technically in canon, it's explained how Palpatine came back too. It's just not explained in the movie. It's explained in the novelization of the movie. And the reveal that he's back is in Fortnite. It happens before the opening crawl. I think that was one of the many dumb decisions in the execution of The Rise of Skywalker. It's like, let's have a major villain just come back out of nowhere and have it happen off screen before the movie starts. Yoda is more of a wise Force first approach, and the others fight immediately. But would you say that Ahsoka is? Definitely not when she's young. She's like first, but she has green lightsabers. And then also, like, there's some characters like Depa Billaba. In the canon comics, she has a green lightsaber, but then in the Bad Batch, they changed it to blue for some reason.
Not bad. Come on, let Death Spectre drive you.
But all of the Jedi Temple guards have yellow. So that does indicate that they must be able to have some say in what the color is. I guess that and Anakin changing Ahsoka's lightsabers to blue could both be evidence that there is some way that the Jedi can choose their lightsaber color.
The burn of a saber.
I'm hit.
I kind of wish his health bar was not so big in the first phase.
Judged you.
Yeah, her second lightsaber is like slightly yellow. Green is is for Jedi Consultant, blue is for Jedi Guardian, according to legends. I think it might be correct in a way that the Jedi who are more into the Force tend to have green more often, and the ones that are like better lightsaber fighters tend to have blue more often. That might be right, but it's not like always the case. Not enough to say that that's definitely what's going on. So I was thinking of some High Republic characters. It's like Avar Kriss has a unique Force ability, a very like Force-oriented Jedi, you could say, and she has a green lightsaber. Elzar Mann has a blue lightsaber, but I would say he's also quite Force-oriented because his whole thing is he finds new ways to use the Force that the other Jedi don't think of. Stellan Gios is a bit of a show-off with lightsaber fighting, and he does have blue. So, I don't know, it's like maybe that theory works like 75% of the time, I don't know. Yeah, because they get their lightsabers towards the end of when they're younglings, which they show in the Clone Wars. And when they show the Jedi gathering their kyber crystals, like, the colors just are what they are. The Jedi don't, like, choose them or anything. And I've taken the fact that the lightsabers are pretty much just blue and green in the prequels to be a visual representation of the Jedi being more consolidated. Is that the right word? I don't know. But more in line of sharing the same way of thinking and less open to different ideas that might be different from what most of the Council thinks.
Right here, buddy.
I think, as far as we know, Mace Windu is the only Jedi that has a purple lightsaber in the era of the prequels. I'm trying to think if there's any others. Oh, and what's his name? That's a white lightsaber. No, like, actually, what is his name? Yeah, it's hard to think about this while in the boss fight. The old man whose dead body is in Obi-Wan Kenobi at Fortress Inquisitorius. I don't know why I'm blanking on his name, but at the start of the Clone Wars, he has a blue lightsaber, then towards the end, he has a white one.
Where's that Jedi spirit?
I need help.
It looked like I dodged that at first.
Another.
Glorious battle. Yes, fine. And you endure. Let Death's Spectre drive you. Don't disappoint me.
Okay, let's see here. Actually, while I learn the moves, I think it's gonna be easier to Google. Ooh, ah!
May you find peace.
It's not 1-to-1. Oh yeah, I read that earlier. It's explained as the crystal taking color according to the owner. Purple is someone who's on the light side but can tap into dark side powers in Legends. I mean, that fits with Mace Windu, because the way that I see it is that more and more over the course of the Clone Wars, Mace Windu uses the dark side, or rather gives into it. And the way that I see it, like, if he had killed Sidious and Anakin hadn't stopped him, then Mace Windu would have essentially turned to the dark side. Or at the very least would have been using the dark side. And that doesn't justify what Anakin did. Because obviously he did a lot of evil things himself, but...
Is this your strength, Jedi? I must destroy you. I see. Where's that Jedi spirit? This is a fine battle. The bird of a saber. No movement can stop me.
It's harder to block those with this stance, because I have a smaller block meter. But I feel like I'm a lot more agile.
This is your strength, Jedi. You're fast.
Honestly, I might not have it in me to do this today. I'm kind of tired out. Not gonna lie. Oof.
The bird of a saber. Show me strength.
Alright, so I need to basically get to where I'm flawless at the first phase, so I don't use up all my stims on it. Okay, there's like those long, erratic combos.
You have honored yourself.
Hey, Caleb. It's, I feel like I've gotten pretty good at the first phase. I'm not making it to the second phase all that often, and when I do, I've like ran out of stims, and then I can't do much. I'm feeling rather tired today, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this today. I might stop at some point and leave it for next time. Yeah, how have you been today, Caleb? I mean, the thing is, Warlock, by choosing to fight in the Clone Wars, the Jedi started giving up their own values and started using the dark side. Like, and I know you haven't seen all of the show, but what Barriss Offee says about the Jedi Order turning to the dark side, like, she's not really wrong. Now, should she have been a terrorist? No. But, yeah. Like, since you haven't seen the Clone Wars, at the end of Attack of the Clones, when Yoda says the Shroud of the Dark Side has fallen, like, that sounds like a kind of, like, generic, like, thing to say, but I think what he really means is, like, the fact that we've decided to fight this war is, like, we're kind of giving in to the dark side some, and we have no way out of it. Like, we have to do this.
Like this.
I wasn't watching him very well because I'm trying to look at his health bar when I hit him to see, like, what the damage is like with crossguard versus dual wield. So I'm sure it's a lot more with crossguard, but slower attacks. Oh, look at that! I don't even need to do the whole grapple button thing. Yeah, and basically, that's what ultimately helps lead to their downfall, Warlock. Because during the High Republic, the Jedi weren't perfect, but they were better at just being understanding of when Jedi were having issues, and they weren't so strict. And, like, we have to do it this way, and the council didn't care as much about status, like you're saying. Like, they didn't see themselves as answering to the Republic, just working with them, basically. But in the prequel era, it's basically like the Jedi are owned by the Senate and follow what they say. Okay, what is damage like? So that takes out a decent chunk.
It will take more than that.
Okay, if you hit fast, this kind of does more damage in a way. But it's also risky to get greedy and do too many hits with it, so I don't know. Either one can work. I feel like I can dodge a lot easier with dual blades. I don't know if the dodging is actually effective or not. Probably not. Probably dodge everything in crossguard stance too.
Fight Jedi.
Oof.
Feel that?
Help!
It will take more than that. It is time.
I have more stims than I have been having here.
Find peace amongst this.
His combos seem really crazy in the second phase. Just got out of an after-work event. Definitely tired at this point. You're almost done towards working towards 100% in this game. You know, all planets except Kobo. Nice. I'm sure Kobo won't take the longest. Because if you were to compare Kobo to planets in the first game, it would be like at least 3 or 4 of them like in size. Three or 4 combined. Glorified SWAT teams. Yeah. Yeah, and Mace Windu is a massive hypocrite because he says like the Jedi are peacekeepers, not soldiers. And then he becomes one of the most like militant Jedi during the war. Which is intentional. I'm not saying it's like a criticism of Mace, but not of the storytelling.
You're bad.
The burn of a saber.
I must destroy you.
You're bad.
I think it's best to be aggressive and fight him quickly to kind of deal with how big his health bar is. But also, like, to not be stupid and make mistakes.
You're fast.
Getting in that extra hit there is nice. Okay, so maybe I should be more aggressive here. I just get nervous because I don't know his attacks. Oh!
I have
Okay, he has long combos.
Help, please!
And also he has like charge attacks where there's quite a delay before the actual attack, so like you don't know when to dodge. Ooh, I like the soundtrack. Using the Cal theme perfectly.
Hit me!
exceptional.
I'm parrying him some on accident, but I don't think it's worth like parrying him that much because block bar is just so huge. Ooh, so that can stop. Okay, if I do that move, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, it can stop his unblockable attacks. Oh! Wait, how much of his health bar did I even take out? It wasn't even halfway. Oh, it was almost halfway. Okay. Well, that was my best attempt yet. Thanks, Warlock. Yeah. Murdering Django in front of this kid. But there's other Jedi who use the dark side. I mean, obviously, Pong Krell, who you probably don't even know who that is, Miguel, but I mean, he literally turns to the dark side. And it is because of the war, basically. Luminara, I wouldn't say she, like, uses the dark side or anything, but she's so strict about, like, giving up attachments that it's just, like, cold. Yoda has this amazing Clone Wars arc near the end of the show, which I guess I'll try not to spoil, but he has a moment where he realizes that his own dark side has been growing, and it's awesome. Okay, I forgot how to fight this guy at first because my brain doesn't work.
The bird. Come at me again. Fight back.
You're fast.
So Caleb, tell me, was this the hardest boss for you? Or was another boss harder? And don't tell me like what boss, because I don't know what the other, I don't want to know what the other ones are. I just want to know, was Ray this the hardest one?
You're fast.
I feel like I'm messing up more just because I'm tired. I helped my dad set up the swamp cooler earlier, and that took a few hours. It's hot out. I'm a real wimp with it being hot though. Oh my god, that was embarrassing. Oh no!
Ready for death.
See, I was too greedy. I should have only gone for one hit. Ah!
The long-lost exhilaration.
I keep on forgetting to use that. Yeah. And what giving up attachments is supposed to actually be is I mean, you can still have friends and care for people. Depending on which Jedi you ask, you could also have lovers. I mean, not many Jedi would say that. But, anyways, the point is to not let your attachment to someone affect like what you would do to save them, and you have to be willing to let go of someone, which I mean in real life is not an easy thing to do, but to some degree it is true. And like, you can't be too attached to like outcomes of things that you have no control over. Because in the High Republic, Elzar Man is totally down with fucking. Actually, Dooku's first apprentice is also totally down with fucking. But Elzar wants to have a full-on relationship with Avar, but she tells him no, because she's too dedicated to not only being a Jedi, but being like this public figure for the Jedi, basically.
Take more than that. I have you. Like back.
Hit me.
I think a lot of the mess-ups I'm having right now are just because I'm kind of tired. So I might stop after a few more attempts and leave this for next time. But at least I made progress in terms of learning how to fight him. Even if I didn't progress in the actual game. Ray, this is not the hardest in your opinion. Oh boy. Don't confirm or deny, but I have a feeling like Dagon will be the final boss. I mean, it just seems obvious. He's like the second sister of this game, who you fight kind of over and over throughout it. It's the overarching main villain. Unless they pull some plot twist. Oh, also, something that I noticed while I was setting up the stream. If I take off that, Cal looks like a Grand Admiral, or like he's in the ISB or something, when he just wears the shirt. He's like cosplaying Grand Admiral Mithra Naruto.
Stop me.
Mithra Naruto. It would be sick if in Ahsoka, if Thrawn or anyone else says his full name.
Your life is vortex. And you endure. Ha! What?
What?
You falter.
Yeah, I'm faltering a lot, but honestly, this is not my day. Well, it's nice that the XP pickup is basically another stim.
You're not done. What?
Oh, bad idea. I like how him stepping on me did like basically no damage. And then it was just there basically no damage.
Escape. You are finished. This your strength, Jedi. What?
Yeah, his combos are way more simple in the first phase. Alright, let's try this one more time. Then I'm giving up for the day. Okay, I'm giving up. Yeah, in the simplest form, dark side, hate, light side, love. Or you could also say dark side is being selfish and light side is being selfless. Yeah, it's like the danger of if Elzar and Avar had a relationship, the downside is that if they were too afraid of losing each other, it could lead them to use the dark side. But the Jedi in the prequels say, yeah, that's not worth the risk at all. Whereas Jedi in earlier eras, not most of them, it would still be a unpopular opinion, but they might say, well, yeah, it could lead to that, but you just got to be like conscious of like what's going on in it, and is it leading you down a dark path? Like Kanan and Hera have their thing going on, and like, you know, Kanan doesn't care about the Jedi rules. Alright, so I'm going to end this here.
Alright, let's go.
Being stepped on is healthy. I can't do boss fights right now. It's a bit too much. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.